These videos are not for children. Felicia Sarah Hardy, better known as Blak Cat, is one of the most well-known, yet misunderstood, overlooked, and albeit done fucking dirty characters I've seen in any piece of media. Originally starting off as an enemy of Spider-Man, going to a lover, and even an ally, she has made multiple appearances in the comics and in media. But the problem is that they don't really do a good job at representing Felicia as she is. While, yeah, she has a addiction to money and a love for jewels, and is very good looking, she's a badass in her own right, although not too much of a badass because that one time they made her a crime lord in Superior Spider-Man, which ruined her character. But she can take on Spider-Man's villains. She can fight equals like Silk and even Spider-Man herself with no help. Most people overlook her origin, and this is a contributing factor why she was traumatized when she first met Spider-Man. Back when she was in high school, she was assaulted by an ex-boyfriend of hers, and so she took on the persona of Blak Cat, so that way she never has to feel weak ever again and can fight crime by herself. She has since grown to love Peter beyond the mask, and even became an anti-hero, even establishing a friendship with his other ex-girlfriend, Mary Jane Watson, which is an important fact to note because, yeah, they are not love rivals. They are Peter's most popular love interest, but they are literally homies, and Blak Cat isn't a goddamn villain in his Rose Gallery. However, this is where the problems start for poor Felicia. You see, we have a character who is a love interest to a male character in a comic, and is defined by her appearance and her sex appeal. That tends to be the primarily reason why writers want to use her. Even back when she first showed up, this wasn't even a way to avoid it. As you can see here, where her getting her bad luck powers, which they is hit or miss like Peter Parker Spider sense, you see that they have her stripped down in her bikini for legit no reason at all. This hasn't been for any other superhero at all either. Peter himself can't even really have normal interactions with Felicia, like in Spider-Man Blak Cat, The Evil That Men Do. The intro of one of the books, he's literally over here glossing over Blak Cat's appearance and her voluptuous body. Dude in one of the recent comics asked her out, and he was over here being awkward and whatnot, act like this is a monumental moment even though he's been with her beforehand. Or you just get random stories here and there where they just have her underwear for literally no reason at all. Hell, they even make some in-jokes in Universe where she lands into this kid's bedroom, and then the dude is just happy because of how hot she and this other girl look. And usually her breasts are prominent features wherever she appears, or you just get shots below her breasts and whatnot, and it's just not necessary at all. Like, I guess she's attractive and that's part of the point, but still though, hell, even when she gets a story to herself, she's still the butt of the joke. Like, this one story where this is how her and Mary Jane became friends, where they saved Peter from a villain who was killing him in the hospital, and after bringing him back to life, Peter wakes up and he makes this unfunny joke about how he was dreaming about having a threesome with Blak Cat Mary Jane. And look, even Mary Jane herself was just so goddamn tired of this, which is literally just my face during this. As this is a really good comic, but they just had to ruin at the end with a damn sex joke. And unfortunately, Blak Cat's appearances outside the comics don't really do her much favor. As, like I said, she's attractive, she's Spider-Man's lover, and, well, that tends to be what most people think of her when you put her outside the comics. As most people are not really aware of this backstory, like, at all. So most of the time, you just get her either argue with Spider-Man, her money addiction played up to extreme, or her advanced over-sexualization, which is really disheartening considering that there is so much more to this character than just blatant money shot material, as blatantly seen here. Like, to put into perspective, first off, let's start with the mainstream version of the Insomniac games. The Insomniac Blak Cat is dead as one of the most missed opportunities I've seen in any video game ever. First off, we don't get a backstory. Her and Peter dated before the game, but Peter broke up with her because her crippling money addiction caused her to steal constantly. We don't get a backstory of her dad. We don't get any kind of POV of her before she became Blak Cat, which is a problem in the series in general with the other villains. Most of the other villains get killed off in the second game with the exception of her and a few others like Sandman, but like the fact that you don't see her at all before turning into Blak Cat puts a major strain in here. And here all she wants to do is steal. The main reason why her and Spider-Man connect is because she shows him that not all villains are just pure evil. Sometimes it's gray, sometimes it's black and white. Here, you just got a bland generic thief who has big boobs and loves money, and that's literally just the main thing that they go with for most of the time. She lies to Spider-Man saying that she had a baby with him, but guess what? It was a trap so that way she could steal more shit from Hammerhead. She appears in the second game in a chase scene, which, by the way, Peter is being possessed by the symbiote, and she doesn't find out about this at all, even though she has a part of the Venom story in the comics. And she just tells Miles she has a girlfriend, parents, and leaves, and that's it. We don't see her ever again. The wasted potential never fails to disappoint me. And then Web of Shadows, where they got her all wrong. They make her pure evil. She wants to Spider-Man to be free of his responsibility and rule the world with her, which, okay, first off, Blak Cat and MJ do not hate each other. They are literally best friends. And second, while Blak Cat is fun-loving, she still has a sense of maturity to her. Like, she wants Peter to see that not all villains are just blatantly pure evil. She's not ditch your responsibility and be evil and join me. And then at the end, her and Peter take over the world with the symbiotes, and it just isn't her at all. Like, it feels like they just saw Mary Jane was Peter's main love interest, so this obviously has to be the bad one, which isn't true. Edge of Time, Jesus Christ. First off, when you first see her in her boss fight, you get this upscale shot going from her feet all the way to her big boobs and then finally head. Are we fucking for real? Like, again with this goddamn sex appeal shit. Like, it feels like this is the only reason they use her in the games, so that way you can get more gooners to play it. She blames Spider-Man for what happened to her because this is an alternate universe Blak Cat, where, like, she got experimented on because she was aging, which I don't know why that's not really a thing. Like, don't get me wrong, she cares about her appearance, but, like, she's not really concerned about that. She's only used for a boss fight, no backstory, no character, no personality, and then she just disappears and dies. Yeah, that's going to be a pattern where Blak Cat's only used for a boss fight. 2017 show is just like the Insomniac version before the Insomniac version. She only appears in 2 episodes. All she wants to do is steal. No backstory, no character. You don't even get her relationship with Spider-Man like in the comics or in the animated series. Nothing. The only noteworthy thing about this Blak Cat is that she has a bad luck powers that she had in the comics, which is very inconsistent like Peter's Spider Sense, where here she looks you in the eyes and gives you bad luck. Only time it's adapted, but it's for such a shallow adaptation. Nigga, even Spectacular Spider-Man couldn't do Blak Cat right. Now here she's like sexualized, thank God, where she tries to steal the symbiote, but during her fight with Spider-Man where they were flirting, Peter accidentally gets and he turns into Bully Maguire, and they actually have a good dynamic. Healthy relationship, she helps him fight crime. One problem, they break up in the end because her dad was Uncle Ben's killer in this series, and she blames Spider-Man for him staying in jail. I've always hated this shit even when I was a kid. That's not in the book. Why? Why did they make that change? You had it perfect, and then you fucked it up for no reason, nigga. Why? And then the show got canceled, so she never got to be bastardized even more as being a villain. The one time they got this right was Spider-Man the Animated Series back in 1994. Here, we see her and Peter before the transformations. She becomes Blak Cat to break her father out of jail and help Peter. They have their love story. She cares for people. She's still sexy and badass, but she's treated like a normal member of the cast. She gets to work with the other superheroes, with Peter and the Avengers and whatnot, treating her like a natural person. The only downside is her weird-ass relationship with Morbius the vampire, which feels like came out of fan fiction. But other than that, I love the voice acting, I love the design, I love the dynamic. She has some of the most underrated episodes. And this show not only put Venom on the map, but also put her on the map too. Like, the fact that a fucking 90s show that aired on Saturday mornings was the best version of Blak Cat outside the comics really just says something about this character. Marvel, please write her better, because Jesus Christ.